Okay guys, this is gonna show how a job is supposed to be done. What would you want if you was paying somebody to do a job and you send it somewhere and you don't know what the heck they're gonna do with it? I don't know how much money you're gonna spend. The sky's the limit. But what would you want done? When they take the cab off, would you want them to power wash it and clean it and make it look good? When they take bolts out of stuff, when they take things apart, would you want them to look, brand new when you put them back together? Maybe some aluminum with clear coat on it. That aluminum, you can make it look good and clean it, but if you don't coat it with something, it will get little white chalky spots all over it. I look at an engine that's been in service that we did for a while, and I say, God, why didn't we paint those exhaust manifold bolts and spacers? Okay, so that's high temp paint right there. Would you want them to paint the bolts so that it does not look rusted when you put your freshly surfaced WD-40 exhaust manifolds on your truck? Would you want them to do that? Maybe make your valve covers brand new again. You could have a whole bunch of Ford parts sitting around too that they're picking from. And you know that the job is nothing more than a procedure, is all it is. We walk and walk and walk and walk, and next thing you know, truck's all done. Oil pans kind of taunt me. I'm not sure what to say on oil pans. We're gonna go black. Kind of wanting to start to revert back to factory. Is like the color under here. This is, I think this is the only color that we're gonna do. This is pretty good paint. It should be. We'll see. Time will tell. But I'm really thinking about just going back with at the color it was built with, except the engine blocks. The engine blocks, I do not want to go black. I think this is the color that I want. I like this. Well, unless they want something different. Unless you want a different color, this would be the default, right? And little things like, would you want everything cleaned out? Check the mains. If there is a point where we could save money, would you want to hear that? Like cam bearings. I personally have never taken apart an engine that was taken apart because of a cam bearing failure. I've never, ever had that happen in a 6-liter before. And so when the cam bearings look good like this, and the mains didn't look very good, right? The mains did not look too hot. These cam bearings look just freaking fine. There ain't gonna be a freaking issue with these cam bearings. So we can put them in there. Would you want to go ahead and know when you could save an item that we do just to say we did, that we didn't necessarily need to? But right now I'm just final cleaning. I'm trying to get rid of any honing grit. Well, once I get done with all the other stuff I'm doing, I'm not to this yet. All the parts are over here that have to do with the short block. This is strictly just for building a short block. And that would include oil pan, front and rear covers, T-joints, all the sealant would be done. No heads. I'm gonna put no heads on here. Would you want to basically have all your wiring all put together? It's been ultrasonic cleaned and it's been hanging nice and dry. This wire loom holds water. I come up and shake it a little every now and then. And when I tape it up, I really find it, because as I squeeze it, water oozes out, and I don't really like trapping that water. Anything at all that had to do with your truck, there has not been nothing thrown in the trash can. Nothing. Everything is right here. This is the trash can for the truck. So if there's any question about a gasket or an O-ring, basically everything on this, once the job is done, the customer doesn't want, is going to the van. How about the frame? How much stuff would you want taken off? I like to leave brake lines because I want that oil-based paint slopped all over that brake line. This engine's nothing but to allow me to have the transmission without a strap or transmission jack or anything. I want the transmission to sit there. Like right now, on some daily agenda, we're gonna be yanking the pan off, wire brushing, cleaning the pan, and doing a temp sensor, and I don't know, probably, a new pan gasket. And it'll be a pretty thorough empty of the transmission fluid. Would you want that done? We've had, while the transmission is out, the engine's out, while we're doing all this work, we also have the torque converter sitting here with a little brake bleeder. And during the day, throughout the day, look, it's got some more in it. We'll pull all the fluid we can get out of that. And what I would really like to do is burn a couple of quarts and just pour a couple of quarts in it and roll it around a little bit and then suck that back out. That'd really clean that sucker out, wouldn't it? Let's just say little stuff like a turbo right here. You know, if you saw that your turbo was like that, I mean, you know, we have many, many options for turbos. There's lots. You can get all kinds. You know, we also would be a pretty good advocate for just a drop-in stock replacement, a new replacement. And that's just from Garrett. That's not from Ford. Let's get some cab mounts if they don't look good, right? How about a full set of Ford reman injectors? Wouldn't that be nice? Let's, how about we do that? We went to Shawnee Mission Ford and picked these up. When your fuel pump comes off, you kind of want it to be completely disassembled and cleaned. That's what I'd like to do. How about the cylinder heads? You know, this is ready to assemble right now. It's already been cleaned. It's ready. Cylinder heads are all lapped in. Look at that. That looks good. God, that looks good. You know, it's just hanging out, ready to go. We're gonna put a set of new springs, new seals. Valves are all lapped in and like, I mean, they're good. What I'm getting at is, what more would you freaking want for a job? What more would you want? I mean, this is, I got done with the surfacer, so it's all covered up, buttoned up. I didn't buy that so that I could run it 24 hours a day. I didn't. I mean, I bought it so I could do it when I want to surface something. I want to be able to walk over and surface it. And so, check. I still got stem heights to do. So these two pretty much stay uncovered with each other. When we get done with these heads, I was supposed to do it tonight, but we didn't. But when we get done with these heads, we'll clean. We use WD-40 in a towel and wipe that down. We'll take these off, clean these. I'll wash all this down and wipe this down, kind of detail the whole machine. This honer was clean. And I'm really thinking, if I'm gonna hone an engine block, I think I wanna do a fresh piece of paper every time, and then I'll clean all this out. And then, you know, remember that used parts box over there? The used parts cart right there that's got all this crap on it? Yeah, it'll also have a cup with all your 10,000s that we took out of your engine block. So how about y'all let me know? Let me know what you think. I mean, how much better of a setup could one ask for? I mean, not to mention there's an entire huge area over here if we happen to spill out, you know, if whatever project we get into, because we actually have quite a few projects coming. Because I don't really know which one we're going to do next. It's going to be, because there's quite a few of them that need to get done. And now we've got this machine just about built. I've been talking about it for the whole freaking year, getting all this put together to where it's relaxing. Now we can just come in here and just go through the steps and go to work. It's perfect. It's exactly what me and Julie wanted. It's perfect. And then, yeah, it's just, I mean, what more could you want? So, you know, I mean, I don't know what it takes to actually get your truck in here. I don't freaking know. I mean, they just show up. It just happens. I mean, I'm just, you guys see, we're doing this. I mean, you know, I only got two hands, you know, and we do as much as we possibly can. And at the other side of it, I want to pretty much enjoy ourselves too.